Hi, this is How to Get Your Shit Together with me, Sue Wright. So, how often have you taken something personally when in actual fact it was nothing to do with you? So when somebody is in a grumpy, foul mood and you think to yourself, oh, it must be because I did X, Y, and Z. It could well be. It could be that you've done something to annoy somebody, but often we take things personally. We take people not liking our ideas personally. We take people not thinking our cunning plan is at all cunning or anywhere near a sensible plan personally. But we're all individuals, and that's what we've got to remember, is we're all individuals and we all function very, very differently. And I'm going to give you a personal example. I have two sisters and a brother. Okay, now my elder sister and I are the closest in age. There's just under 2 years between us. And we are completely and utterly different people. Completely different. She is, she's lovely, don't get me wrong, she's very lovely. But she is a definite yes or no person. So if she asks you if you can do something, so say, can you pick up my son today? If you said no, she would go, okay. And that would be it. There would be no getting in a grump about it. There would be no faffing around. She just wants a yes or no answer to something. Now, me, I don't do it anymore. I've learnt my lesson. I would have bent over backwards to try and help, even though I couldn't do it. If she'd asked me to pick up her son and it was really inconvenient, I would have tried to figure out a way to help her. When in actual fact, all she wanted was a yes or no. She didn't want me faffing around, dithering, trying to figure out whether or not I could or I couldn't. She just wants a yes or no. And I would take it I would be possibly put out if the roles were reversed. I don't have a son to pick up from school, but like I say, if I would possibly used to have taken things personally, well, why can't you? Why can't you help? Whereas she's just like, she just wants an answer, a yes or a no answer. Does that make sense? So I'm from two sides of that story. I would bend over backwards to try and help, even though she didn't actually want me to bend over backwards to try and help. She just wanted to know if I could or I couldn't. And also, if the role was reversed, I may have got a little bit miffed that she couldn't help. I probably wouldn't actually, but, just for argument's sake, I might have taken it personally that she couldn't drop everything to pick up my son. So it's that sort of thing. We're chalk and cheese, very, very different people altogether. I do not hesitate about moving house. She hates moving house. And, from our upbringing, we moved around a lot as kids. And, like I say, it hasn't done me any harm. I love moving, whereas she's gone the complete opposite way. So it's worth, when you're interacting with people and you're having conversations and, you're trying to have an unconflicted relationship with somebody, it's worth bearing in mind, just please, we are all completely different people. Absolutely, completely different personalities. And it is so easy to take things personally when you put your own beliefs, your own values onto somebody else. Me, I would bend over backwards to help her. She would turn around and say, no, she couldn't, or yes, she could. There would be no kind of faffing about. So, completely different personalities. So it's trying to remember that when you're negotiating with somebody, when you're trying to do something, when you're asking somebody for help, that, they're completely different people and they may not respond the way you would have responded or the way you want them to respond. So in the context of getting your shit together, just because you have a fantastic idea about selling your property or making the money to go abroad and live in a camper van for 12 months or whatever it is you want to do, don't take it personally if the person that you had ideas of going with you completely disagrees with you. You know, to some people that would be their idea of utter hell. I have to say, I am one of them. I had a caravan for a little while for work, for travelling around for work, and I hated it. I am too untidy to live in that smaller space. But anyway, that's by the by. But you know, it is a thing. You know, some people think caravans are great. I think they're some kind of medieval torture chamber. So everybody is different. Everybody is different. You know, we're all thinking all different wavelengths. By the way, if you're not in the UK, a caravan is like a big trailer, RV trailer thing on wheels that you live in and pretend that you enjoy it. It's a tiny space. Everything's tiny. Very funky design though. There's cupboards everywhere. Anyway, where was I? Waffling as usual. Yeah, so just because you have an idea about something, don't take it personally if somebody doesn't agree with you. Yeah? It's like the courses I write and the work that I do. I don't take it personally if somebody doesn't get 100% out of my course, because I write my courses in a certain way. I am who I am, and my style may not fit somebody. Hopefully there's enough information that before they even sign up to the course that they realise that. But like I say, my way isn't for everybody. It's not that my work isn't good. It's just that my style is such that it's I disguise a lot of really funky information in the way I'm talking to you now. So it's my style may not suit other people. But then again, there's somebody who does sort of courses similar to mine, who is very bold, very, I want to say arrogant, because that's how they come across to me. But in actual fact, that's just who they are. And that style may suit you, but it certainly doesn't suit me. So like I say, don't take things personally. I don't take things personally if somebody goes to that other person for work, for courses, and I'm sure they don't take it personally, or they shouldn't in their line of work, take it personally if somebody comes to me for my style. Everybody is different, and just remember that when you're dealing with people, that you've got to sort of just take it into account that we all have different learning styles, we all have different values, we all have different skill sets, and we all have different levels of kind of intellect as well. So, just take it all with a pinch of salt. Just allow it to flow over your little heads. If somebody doesn't agree with you, somebody doesn't think your idea is great, just let it go. Let it go. It's their choice. Everybody's an individual. Anyway, I think that's enough waffling on that subject. So I will love you and leave you and talk to you anon.